Hello. Hello. There we go. As I was saying, I'm doing a small Star Trek Online stream because I'm going to get these characters up to a high enough level that they can get the Nandi. I need to give a few extra hours here and there. So, here we go. We're going to begin Secret Orders. Captain Solidoc. Long-range sensors are picking up several Klingon battle groups. They appear to be self-replicating disruptor cannon turrets throughout the region of space. We don't have to take out those cannons now. This entire asteroid belt will be bristling with Klingon defenses. Thank you for your suggestion. Anything else? Just so you know, the composition of this nebula will make maneuvering at high speeds impossible. In addition, the Briar Patch contains pockets of Metreon gas. This gas is highly reactive with weapons fire and could be dangerous. Starfleet recommends we keep the Bronxville at least 4 kilometers away from any of the gas clouds. This could keep us safely out of range if one of them happens to ignite. However, the gas can be used as a weapon. Do you remember the Riker maneuver? If we detonate pockets of gas when Klingons are close to them, it'll do a lot of our work for us. Captain, as you're aware, Metreon clouds system make low impulse speeds risk damage to the ship. Let's hear it. If we modify the Bassard collectors to filter out the percentage of Metreon particles, then we could use the excess energy to go full impulse without risk to the ship. Not exactly sure what that percentage might be. I can't do that because I'm a tactical officer. Can you hear me alright, Ebony? Too risky. We'll adhere to Starfleet guidelines.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Cool. I was having a bit of trouble getting the microphone to be detected earlier.
Warning.
So like
Ship is under attack.
Doing a couple of missions as this character and starting up my third Romulan character for the stream today, just so I can have some pre-built work done so that I'll have all the characters to level 10 before the 16th of July so they can all apply for the new bonus ship that they have right now as an event.
Warning. Ship is under
Right now
attack.
I'm blowing up pockets of gas in hopes that it can mess up a Klingon ship. Much like that one just got messed up.
Target's shields have failed.
Because doing the events is the only way to get tier 6 ships when you can't afford to buy them.
Target's shields have failed. Hull integrity below 75%. Hull integrity below 50%.
So how are you this morning, my dear friend?
Warning. Ship is under attack. Hull integrity below 70%. 75%.
And after I get the stuff set up with Star Trek Online, it'll be back to Fallout. I'll temporarily stop the stream in order to set up Fallout and then start it back up.
Warning, ship is under attack. Hull integrity below 75%. Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. Hull integrity below 75%. Target's shields have failed. Four shields failing.
So, what's up?
Warning, ship is under attack.
If I had been a science officer while doing this mission, I could have flown through the gas at normal speed. But because I'm a tactical officer, not so much.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Which is something I like about the game, is that your career path can actually affect your abilities to do certain missions. Let's go a touch faster.
Warning, ship is under attack.
I was getting a bit too far away to be affected by the gas being disrupted. Come on. Come on.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Yeah, basically stuff that would be directly related to your engineering, your tactical, or science training will show up in missions, and you'll be able to get little different alternatives. Like I said, if I had been a science officer there, I could have gotten full impulse. So, Mom's girlfriend's going out of town for a bit, so we get to take care of her cat, so that's gonna be fun. I love the fact that you just stand there while the door explodes and it does nothing to you, because you're that much of a badass. Hey, bear. So yeah, I can just stand here while while this door breach explosion takes place. So I'm cool enough to not worry about it.
Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power. Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power.
Okay. I'll be happy to tell you what I know, but ask fast. I'm going to the shuttle bay and getting out of here. I'm an independent research. Word got out that an interested party was playing a lot of Latinum for simple projects. Sounded like a good deal. Then I got here and found out the Klingons were trying to make, or my new employers, and the good deal was work or die. Should have known better. There used to be 20 of us working various projects. Some people completed their work, they would disappear. I heard one of the Klingons say my time was up, and you got here just in time. Bavette is the one running the whole operation. He overheard him say he's keeping the Empire strong by prolonging the war with the Federation. He thinks that unless the Klingons have an enemy to which to focus their energies, they will fight among themselves and tear the Empire apart. I kinda hope he's right. Do you know his whole plan? He hasn't had much information set, but I do know he's found some sort of device abandoned in deep space, and he wants to use it in an attack so horrible that the people of the Federation would demand the Starfleet take revenge. The fighting will continue for years. I'm heading for the hangar, finding a ship, the first ship that will fly, and getting out of here. I'm done working for the Klingons. Some of them are honorable, but Bavette can't be trusted. His desire for war with the Federation has blinded him. What do you know about the weapons here? The Klingons are planning something big. They were forcing us to design weapons. They want to improve the disruptors and torpedoes of their ships, but some of their demands are very specific. Specific how? They want a weapon that can punch through solid neutronium, which is impossible. They keep talking about torpedoes with payloads big enough to destroy a small planet. Were any of you successful in designing these weapons? There are some prototypes of some of the new weapons in the laboratory here, as well as schematics on our computers. If I were you, I'd destroy the prototypes and the schematics. Neither side needs that kind of destructive power. A device lost in deep space and the need to develop weapons to penetrate solid neutronium. I wonder if that could be a reference to something in the original series. Thank you. These Klingons had me designing weapons for them at Disruptor Point. The scientists who finished the research are taken away. We're the only two left. Both scientists are safe, sir. I suggest we locate these weapons who we can set up explosive charges and remotely detonate them when we return to the ship. Good idea. Let's find those weapons. No, but I bought some half and half. And some milk. Well, I turned in all those cans.
Personal shield losing power. Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power. Personal shield losing power.
So, what are you up to today, Ebony?
Enemy targets on sensors. Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power. Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power.
Captain Solodakis, ship scanners indicate the computer core in vicinity. You could upload the contents to the Bronxville. It may give us insight into how the Klingons are planning to use these weapons. We may even be able to find hints to Bavat's ultimate plan. Captain, we have the data. Hold on, red alert. There's a Klingon ship leaving the facility. Please return to the ship as soon as you can. Ha ha ha! Lieutenant Solidic, you're so predictable. And like the Tarclesian sheep, you are led blindly into the slaughter. I knew you'd find my weapon research station. I was the one who sent Marta to give the Starfleet its location. While you were busy destroying what you thought was all of our work, our crews are busy offloading the more promising weapons and data onto the ship. That has a nice head start on you. You've lost this day. Victory is mine, and mine alone. It's a good day for you to die, Lieutenant. Tactical, what's the situation? The transmission came from outside the system, sir. Bavant wasn't joking. Sensors indicate several Klingon ships attempting to escape the system. They appear to be trying to use the asteroid belt to mask their warp's core signatures. If we hurry, we should be able to intercept them.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. 4 shields failing.
Grappling hook in space. Because reasons.
Hull integrity below 75%. Hull integrity below 50%. Ship is under attack.
Hello, Arca and Lamps Topic Slayer. I think I said your name right.
4 shields failing. Target's shields have failed. Hull integrity below 75%.
Excellent work, Captain Solidoc. Bavette won't be getting his hands on those experimental weapons, and we've transmitted the data from the computer core to Starfleet. Depart system. Hail Starfleet and report. That was a close one, Lieutenant. It's a testament to your academy training that your crew survived. I wouldn't say it's a testament to our training. I think it's just a testament to how badass my character is. We're being hailed by Admiral Quinn, sir. There are more reports than usual about Klingon and Gordon attacks along the border of the Federation space. Starfleet has created a task force to patrol the area. Proceed to your assigned coordinates in the Zarantine system and begin patrolling. If you receive any distress signals, you are authorized to do whatever is required to assist. Okay, go to map. System. Wow, the ship is flying. See if we got anything I can replace my stuff with. Not on this character. Pop a point here. Pop a point here. Let's see. 8 of 8. Is there anything I can give you that will make you work a little bit better? I can give you this tier 2 green phase pistol, some green armor, and a green shield. Ah, our good friend Flores. Green. If I had a green shield to give her, I would, but I don't. Aha! I can finally get Coles. So I'll equip him. Change uniform. I don't mind anything about his appearance. Get rid of all the stuff I can't do because I didn't pay the money for it. That'll be red. We were going with H10 gray, gold, and then...
The Klingons are willing to use any weapon available to destroy the Federation, even time itself. It falls to a small group of brave Starfleet officers to restore the timeline and rescue one of their own. Who controls this sector may determine who controls the war.
Yeah, I thought that's what I was going with. I went with darker black, boots, soft, red, gray 10, gray 10. Well, I should say regular gray, because you do have like a kind of dark gray. Oh, come on, why didn't that stick? So annoying when it doesn't stick the way it's supposed to. Apply to character. Uniform. Gold. Red. 10 gray. 10 gray. Gold. Gold. Loose long. Odyssey. Black. Boots. Soft leather. So red. Light gray. Light gray. There we go. All my crew be looking consistent. Now I just need to get another science officer, and I should be good for a little while. We'll exit now. Okay. Now we go to Coles. We will give him some green armor, a tier 2 shield, and for his weapon, do we have anything? We'll give him this. So how is everybody today? Enjoying your Tuesday morning? That might be better. What do we got for our engineering console? Ooh, that increases turn rate. Yeah. More defense is always better. Let's see, shields. This one also helps with Polaron damage. So this one's just a touch better than the current shields I have. Alright. Let's see. There we are. Begin Task Force Hippocrates. To all Federation ships in range, this is the USS Boyce. We are taking fire from Gorn fighters and need aid from any ships in range. Repeat, we are being attacked by Gorn and need help. Let's go in, kick some Gorn patootie.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Space grappling hook. I don't know how it makes sense, but it's in Star Trek, so why not? Well, I imagine it's gotta fire those grapples off really fast to go with ships going at sublight speeds.
Target's shields have failed.
And it must be made of like some sort of futuristic super metal. But it's a cheap way to get yourself a cloaking device, not a cloaking device, a tractor device without having to need a bridge officer to do it. Our starboard power coupling is blown. We're reading damage to our navigation systems and warp core. If you could reroute the solar collector's energy output to us, we could use them to make repairs to our shield we could use them to keep our shields up while we make repairs. Alright, so go to these things after I take care of this Gorn heavy ship.
Ship is under attack.
Firing some quantum torpedoes at his face.
Target's shields have failed.
Well, I don't remember the Gorn using destructors originally, but that could have just been something they added because of the idiosyncrasies of Star Trek Online and how it's got very odd weapon types, all things considered. But I don't remember any culture really having Tetrion-based weapons or anti-proton-based weapons. The most powerful I remember them talking about was Polaron, and that's what the Dominion used for the Jem'Hadar ships. Could be wrong though. Wouldn't be the first time. Wouldn't be the last. Well, actually, they did mention anti-proton weapons before, because I think it was said that the ships from the 29th century used anti-proton weapons. And considering how much time ships keep getting stuck in the past, it isn't all that insensible to assume that some of their technology might have been reverse engineered. Especially when you consider the fact that apparently the entirety of the computer age in Star Trek's history was a result of 29th century technology being reverse engineered by one really smart dude. Gotta say, you gotta be pretty smart to understand technology that requires technology that didn't exist at the time he found that ship to make it work. It's an impressive feat.
4 shields failing. Target's shields have failed.
Use a shield battery to give myself a little bit more shield strength. while still keeping full power on my weapons. Conversely, I could switch full power to my shield and then put a weapon battery to make sure I have full power to my weapon banks. Something I like. I like to keep shield and weapon batteries on hand because you can always use them in conjunction. I mean, engine batteries are nice, but I prefer shield and weapon batteries. They just seem more useful to me. I don't even know what you're gonna do with auxiliary batteries. The voice is hailing us, Captain. Power levels are holding steady, Lieutenant Commander. We can handle it from here. Thanks for helping a hand. Hopefully we'll be able to finish our medical deliveries without much delay. Good luck. Voice, Bronxville out. Incoming message from Starfleet. The Vulcan medical vessel T'Pau is requesting assistance. We're the closest ship. I've laid course to the T'Pau's coordinates and will leave on your command. I'm guessing you're following Barbara's right while she's away?
But she did say nobody else can.
As if she noticed. So I think we can do is go grocery shopping. Hailing the T'Pau, sir. Channel open. I am Steeler, or Staller. I think it's supposed to be Staller. Captain of the Vulcan medical ship T'Pau. There's an outbreak of the Tachenian syndrome on this planet's surface. It is of utmost importance that the medical supplies we carry be delivered immediately. Please accompany us to the planet and defend us from enemy ships.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
The Zartane system is not a location of strategic importance. These Gorn attacks must have some other motive. More Gorn ships incoming.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
I love it when their shields fully drain just in time for my 2 quantum torpedoes to smash them in the face and kill them. Brings a warm feeling to my soul.
Shields have failed. Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. Four shields failing. Target's shields have failed.
The presence of Borg vessels indicates that the attack is not simply a Gorn raid, but an operation by the Klingon Defense Force. Captain T'Pau is hailing us. Lieutenant Commander, we are detecting weapons fire on the planet's surface. My ship is in a mission of peace. We are unequipped to deal with armed resistance. Will you secure the area so our healers can transport to the planet safely? Let's add a dude. Dooba-dooba-dooba-dooba-dude. Huh. Oh, Ebony, Ebony, Ebony. I am reading multiple Gorn and Klingon life signs between here and the medical facility. We'll need to defeat them before the Vulcan medical team can transport. The local security personnel are unequipped to deal with them. I am also reading various life signs about the complex. Looks like some of the patients were caught in the crossfire. Check fire. We don't want to risk any of the patients. Ebony, you so silly. Suck my grenade, bitch! And knock that fucker onto the ground. It's like, oh, that was it? That was your grand resistance? I can't do the Kirk voice very long or I stop taking myself too seriously. Starfleet, thank goodness you've arrived! We've been overwhelmed by Klingons and Gorn. They're ransacking the whole place! Why are the Klingons attacking? As far as I can tell, they're ransacking the place for medical supplies. It's a research hospital with the best technology that Zarantine has to offer. What do the Klingons want with medical supplies? I don't know. The Gorn have been going through all of our computers and medical kits. They're definitely looking for something specific. Looks like the Klingons brought their Gorn allies. Yes, it's definitely some kind of shared operation between them. The Klingons are doing the fighting, but the Gorn have been taking care of the science. They're the ones looking through the files and taking gear and sample containers. Because part of the whole thing is Klingons aren't very good at science. I mean, some of them are, but not the vast majority, because they're more focused on war. The Gorn are much more scientific, so they sort of took over the role of being the scientists of the Klingon Empire in this, so the ships you can buy of theirs that are in the market are almost all science ships. Stay here and keep your head down. We'll take care of the Klingons. You don't need to tell me twice. Let's look in the computer. Hospital services. Research Hospital serves all major medical needs of the Zarantine colony. Emergency services, regular patient services, and extended medical care are all available. Special services. This hospital includes developments from the Federation Medical Research, as well as incorporating proprietary local therapy tracks. Our medical teams have a new treatment methods involving gene resequencing, viral therapy, and xenotransplantation to cure problems caused by radiation poisoning, genetic defects, and unsanctioned Tucker contacts. Ha! That's a reference to Enterprise when the chief engineer, Trip Tucker, became pregnant because he did a weird mind thing with an alien lady. So I find that kind of a funny reference. Genetic sequencing research. But that's illegal in the Federation. Zarantine isn't a Federation colony world. It could be what the Gorn and the Klingons are looking for. Oh, you're being in? Yeah, for like a whole episode. They even had to discuss like paternity leave stuff. It was actually a pretty good episode. And that is why you don't have intimate contact with aliens. You never know what kind of weird shit's gonna happen to you. I think it's like reason 30 why Charles Xavier should be dead. Was his entire relationship with Lilandra. Enterprise is actually a pretty solid series when you sit down and watch the whole thing. It's just the third season just drags and drags and drags. Fourth season is obviously the best season of the series because it really dealt with the stuff that would lead into the Earth-Romulan War and the formation of the Federation. But I know that makes me pariah among Star Trek fans because I actually liked Enterprise. Because instead of just saying, oh, it's crap, I actually said, you know, I'm going to watch this series and see why people hate it so much. Why are you here? Please, you have to help us. I was being treated for Tacanian syndrome. There's been some kind of outbreak lately. I don't know much about it other than that the doctors say I need a transplant of my own bone marrow, resequenced and cloned. Yeah, I can see that. There's always at least one slashy couple in a Star Trek series. Just remember the B'Elanna, Torres, and Kess thing if you need further reference. Why are you behind a force field? Are you contagious? No, the Gorn and Klingons put these force fields up when they arrived. They didn't want any of us to escape. Most of the patients can barely stand. We're not going anywhere. What did the Gorn want with you? He was asking about all the medical supplies and tests and resequencing virus and the cell growth chambers, everything. I don't know about these things. I'm just a patient here. Resequencing and cloning. It's like they're stealing genetic materials. They're stealing materials used for genetic augmentation. Klingons have never had luck with the augmentation. Their attempts to use augmentation viruses in the 22nd and 23rd centuries were disasters. Why would they be bothering again? The Klingons have never been ones to reopen unsuccessful lines of inquiry. Because it's not for the Klingons, it's for the Gorn. Dun dun dun! Sorry. Just seemed like the appropriate time to make that sound effect. Oh, that Charles. I thought you were talking about Trip because, you know, his name is technically Charles Tucker III, which why he's called Trip. But yeah, those two, oh my yes. Kind of like Logan and Scott. Oh my god, the mountains of Logan and Scott slash is kind of absurd. What is Takanen syndrome? A rare virus that attacks the blood cells of some humanoids. The disease was first diagnosed 47.6 years ago on Takan 3. Victims of Takanen syndrome slowly stop producing red blood cells. If left untreated, the disease is always fatal. What is the treatment for Takanen syndrome? We administer a series of injections into the patient over the course of 3 weeks. The treatment can be uncomfortable, but if given time, the recovery rate is 100%. Who developed the treatment for the Takanen syndrome? A team of Starfleet Medical used the Fabrini cure for xenopolycythemia discovered by Admiral Spock and Leonard Nimoy and Ambassador Spock and Leonard Nimoy in 2268 as the basis for the treatment. Xenopolycythemia and Takanen syndrome are similar in nature. The Vulcan Science Academy is attempting to determine if the two diseases are linked in some way. Although this facility sustained some damage, I expect our crew will be able to restore this wing's functionality in 52.3 minutes. Your decisive actions potentially saved the lives of many patients today, Lieutenant Commander. While the hospital may be saved, I'm still concerned about the Gorn might have stolen. You gotta remember, Ebony, there's one hard and fast rule about slash fic. The more two people are morally opposed or hating each other, the more likely people are to pair them because they think that the whole disagreement is based on unrecognized sexual tension. I cannot speak to the larger issues of the Gorn and Klingon attacks. Logic suggests that if the Gorn left any clues behind, my crew will find them while making repairs. Do not hesitate to speak to them further information. Your assistance has been appreciated, but the situation is now stable. You may depart at your leisure. And mission complete. Is it better than my current weapon? Good work, Commander. I'm looking forward to receiving your report. At first glance, it's clear the Klingons are doing something with genetic modification. Since they don't have their own equipment, they're stealing ours. This is a bad rose. I suspect worse news is to come. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, now, where were we? Is this weapon better than my current one? No, it is not. Okay, warp to Earth space dock. Transwarp. Zoop. It's just like all the people. I don't know how much you do King of Fighters. All the people who ship Kyo and Yori, even though their two families have a centuries-long blood feud between them, or the people who ship Andy and Terry, even though they're foster brothers. That's in regards to King of Fighters, since they're all one universe and all that jazz. Like, everybody be gay according to the fangirls. New starship. Let's see. Go over to this lady. I want to look at ships, yo. Get a new starship. Ooh, new. Select your ship. Ready, starship. Torpedo weapon damage. Unequip. Unequip. Alright, so we'll put the grapple in our tactical slots. That's probably better than the torpedoes they have on the ship, because those are just photon torpedoes, and I have quantum torpedoes, and quantum torpedoes are better than photons, because reasons. We'll go with this upgraded impulse drive, upgraded warp core, upgraded deflector dish. Let's see. We'll do one beam array. That's a more powerful version. And that should be everything I can really do. Let's go to inventory, go to replicator, because they didn't have this before, but they added it later on. You can actually go into your inventory and recycle stuff for cash and prizes. Could possibly sell that, but it's not really high level, so I'm just gonna do this. I need Synthahol for quests. Da 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 da. Everybody gay. Everybody gay. Okay. Let's see. Is this better than my current kit? It says one strategic slot, but it has efficiency. Yeah, we'll pop out the grenade mod. Unequip. We'll switch to this. And we'll equip. That's stealth mode. I need my grenade. Where is the grenade mod? Really? That's not applicable? Huh. That's an assault, and that's strategic. Okay. So, we'll go with cloaking device instead. Because, you know, personal cloaking devices exist in this game, and that's awesome. Oh, hush, bunny. Not much cooler than a personal cloaking device, gotta say. Okay, that clears up some space. Now we'll go to skill points. So now we'll take him to Ryza so I can complete that sub-quest so he can be applicable to the Nandi. Because I figure might as well make the characters high enough to do that. And after I get him set up, I'll be switching to a new character I'm going to create for the as a Romulan. Well, in the Romulan faction, but he might not necessarily be a Romulan. We'll put here. We're gonna have to reassign some skills here at some point soon. Okay, let's go into this. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. We'll put distribution there. Data recorder there. Evasive maneuvers. Grappler will go there. Okay. Go to map. Now we fly through sector space for what feels like forever. So what are you up to, Miss Ebony? Let's see, how are my frames looking? No drop frames. Good stable encoding. Oh. Though, given the way it is, I don't have to start the Romulan today. I just need to get him done today. That's right. We can start the Romulan on Sunday. Hello, kitty cat, kitty cat, kitty cat. Kitty cat. And you decided to go something as boring as me to try to keep you awake? Now I feel under so much pressure. I considered playing with Twin's voice program just to see what it would sound like, but I was like, nah. You guys have already heard what I sound like, so there's no point in making it sound different at all. Well, I imagine the sector space bits are a bit boring because it's kind of just flying and waiting. Like I said, once I get them done at the Ryza thing, I will then be shutting down the stream for a moment, then coming back with Fallout. I love how it stops short of where you actually need to go to get into the system instead of actually flying you to the place where you need to go to get into the system. Ferengi war bonds. Depart. I guess I could at least start up the character. Yeah, I'll start up the character. We'll go to Romulan. These are who you get to play. Either a Romulan or a Reman. Or unique race. I'm gonna go with the build myself a race. Because I'm gonna do something crazy. I assume you'll be able to understand it once you see it. Solid color. Base complexion, neck scales, forehead detail, scalp spoon, skin type, kind of a gray. As you can tell, I'm basically making this character into a Cardassian. Because Cardassians aren't a proper playable race in this game. But pretty much all of the components to make them are. Need to open up Explorer real quick. Kyle. I like that name. Engage. Because yes, we need Riveter Rosie as Orion apparently. Yes, I'll play the tutorial.
What we knew is gone. Our home, our lives, all that we were, dust. Blasted across empty, heartless skies. But we live. Our legacy lives within every ship we fly, upon every world we touch, in our hearts, in yours. There will be challenge. You will know fear, but you will overcome. You will survive, and answer vengeance with blood. You will do as you must. Rule cannot be handed to the faithless. Our legacy cannot be lost to villains. Bury the past to face the future. Enemies find allies. There is no price we have not paid, no loss we have not felt. Our dead world, our long suffering, these are not ends. We are not ended. For your crew, for your people, for this new home, we must face all doubt. We must break the strong who would destroy us and overcome the impossible. We must fight against any and all. We must, we will, for we are Romulan.
Damn, that's a cool intro.
The youngest of our kind rely on stories to know what our people were like before. Strong, secretive, warlike. We were feared. We were powerful. Then, everything changed. 22 years ago, the star of the Hobus system went supernova. The resulting explosion traveled through subspace to hit Romulus and Remus, our homeworlds. No one could have predicted that would happen, and no one could have stopped it. Millions died. Those who survived were scattered across dozens of worlds. One day we were citizens of one of the greatest powers of the galaxy, and the next, we were just trying to survive. Every day was a struggle if you weren't part of the militant and oppressive Tal Shiar, or ruling everything from on high like Empress Sela. For ordinary Romulans, military victories don't mean much when you're hungry. Life goes on. The Klingons and Starfleet are at one another's throats, but battles light years away don't affect us much. The Tal Shiar are the more immediate threat. They're rebuilding the Empire by force, and pressing anyone they think can help into service. But even they don't seem to know we're here. We've put down roots and found friends. Today we'll celebrate what we've created. With hard work and some good fortune, true Romulans will once again rise to be a power in the galaxy. The first step on that path begins here. There you are. The security chief was looking for you earlier. She said there's trouble at the vineyard. Avrak's been filing reports all night about Kellids chewing at the vines. He's really worked up.
Kellids in the vine? That doesn't sound right.
Something must have annoyed them. It's not typical Kellid behavior. With the big celebration tonight, I think everyone's a little overexcited. Even the bugs. You should listen to one of Avrak's messages before you head out there.
I'll look into it.
Interactable item.
And here's one of the advantages to creating your own race. You get the ability to choose your traits. I think they should have added the Suliban as part of the Romulan faction, since you have some dealings with them during the story of it, but vis-a-vis. Welcome, Anin. You have 3 messages from Avrak. The second and third message have been flagged as redundant by the system. Playing message 1 now.
Please tell me you'll help me. Kellids are in the vineyard chewing through the irrigation pipes, and everyone says they're too busy getting ready for the big party to come and do something about it. There won't be any party if everyone's knee-deep in water by nightfall. Get over here and help me fix this. When are you coming over here? This is getting ridiculous. Nobody appreciates me around here. No one. They think these crops just grow without any help from anyone. Tending these vines is a lot of work. No one says thank you. No one pats me in the back. They just keep asking for more. Dad, look, just get over here and take care of the Kellets, all right? And maybe say thank you for all the work I do to keep these vineyards in shape. It's me again. Ignore the other message I sent. I lost my temper. I'm sorry. Maybe that's why you're not here yet. I really could use your help, though. These Kellets are chewing through everything, and they won't stop. And no one here is even trying to help. They just keep bouncing me to other people. First to Tovar, then to Navala, then to you. What's next? Should I ask one of the kids? Just please come here soon. Thanks.
If the Kellids are chewing up the vineyard, we should probably grab a pistol, just in case. I'd join you, but the chief has me looking into some odd comm chatter we picked up yesterday. We'll have to catch up later.
See you later.
Your mini-map shows you where your objectives...
Okay, now to get to the shooty McShooting shootits. The shooty shoots. The shooty shoot.
Your plasma beam pistol has been...
McShooterton.
To sprint, tap the shift key while...
Alim, interested in some food? Freshly imported. Oh my.
Hey there, ready for the big festival? Working hard? Or maybe you have time to listen to a story or two? Avrak, you're in for a fun day. I'm glad I don't have to deal with him. Anyway, do you want to hear any stories? The destruction of Romulus was a terrible thing. We lost our home and our loved ones. We lost our soul. The people who survived were scattered and leaderless. Survival was a daily struggle. There were some fights for control before Empress Sela took over, but I never paid much attention. That Taurus woman was never going to get far. Now Sela and the Tal Shiar are attempting to rebuild the strength of the Romulan Star Empire, but they do so with fear and oppression. Steer clear of them if you can. People like us should just try to stay out of the Tal Shiar's way. Life is more important than politics or power. There are a lot of Romulans who just wander from planet to planet because there's no place to call home anymore. We're lucky to have Viranat. This is a good place. A place to put down roots. Without that, we're just dust, scattered by the winds of fate. Do you want to hear another story? Almost 2,000 years ago, our people were Vulcans. At that time, Vulcan was a world of war, with constant struggles between the tribes. Serac changed that. He taught that peace came through logic. And if you ask me, not all Vulcans get that right. Serac said that people should master their emotions, not eliminate them. But not everyone on Vulcan wanted to give up love, or passion, or even anger. The Vulcan said, these people marched beneath the Raptor's wings. Instead of fighting their own people, these Vulcans decided to leave in an event we call the Sundering. They boarded great colony ships and set out into unexplored space, looking for a home where they could live and feel as they wished. Eventually, those who marched beneath the Raptor's wings found Romulus and Remus. They created an empire. Although we share a genetic bond with the Vulcans, we are our own people. Never forget that. Want to hear another story? Viranat was a colony world. It used to be a big agricultural planet, growing food for the Empire. After Romulus was destroyed, thousands upon thousands of people flooded the planet. The old cities couldn't hold them all, and they were scared. They started fighting amongst themselves. One night, the cities burned. Most of the survivors left. A few hung on, scrapping old ships and using them as building materials. That's how the Maori found them, about 10 years ago. The Maori was the commander of an old warbird. Navala was his first officer, and Devex the chief engineer. They were wandering the sector, trying to find a new home. When they found Viranat, they decided to stay. Devex kept the old warbird functional, and he used it to make supply runs and bring back other Romulans who needed a home. Navala put herself in charge of security, and the Maori, he runs the whole colony now. Devex met Tovan Kev in a mining colony a few years back. I think it was 4 years ago. But then again, I didn't come here until 2 years ago, so this is not just information I've heard about secondhand. I actually have a question for you, if you don't want to hear another story first. When did you arrive here? I know we only have a few hundred people living here, but so many come and go that it's hard to keep track. I'm recording the stories of all the people that live here, you see, and I would love to start yours off with your arrival. Who knows? It could be something that becomes historical in a few years.
Your choices are, I was living here before Devex and the Maori arrived. I was part of the Maori's crew. I was picked up by Devex a few years ago. I've barely been here a year, or I'd rather not say. I'm gonna go with the third option.
A Devex recruit? Fascinating. We've had some interesting characters come here thanks to him. We should definitely talk more about this over drinks tonight. I would love to know where Devex found you.
I'll holster my pistol for now, because you can do that. You used to not really be able to holster it manually, you just had to wait for the game to do it automatically.
Finally? Which message? Oh, never mind that either. It's chaos here. I need some help. Normally we collect nectar from the local kelid insects. Something has driven them into a frenzy. They're chewing on our irrigation system and flooding the vineyard. Excellent. The broken pipes are obvious. They're the ones spraying water everywhere. Kelid shouldn't give you too much trouble. A few bursts from your pistol will take care of them.
Because giant space bugs, yo.
Interactions can be interrupted by movement or...
Gotta beware of those giant space bugs. They can really throw you for a loop.
Enemy targets on sensors.
The flooding has stopped, but if those kelids come back, they'll just break the pipes again. Something's making the insects go crazy. With bugs this size, that's a real problem. Navala might be able to help if she's goofing off again. She knows all about kelids. She's normally down by the greenhouse this time of day. Tell her to stop being lazy and keep these critters contained.
I'll find
Good idea. Talk to Navala.
I bet she's just lounging around right now, not even thinking about all the damage being done to my vineyard. No one around here wants to put in a good day's work. Well, except for you.
Right. I'll be on. Guy's kind of a douche. Are we always tossed in the wind?
Just in time. Did you talk with Avrak? He said that I'm what? Lazy? That I've been... Ugh! He's just trying to make me look bad so he can get a promotion. Ugh, that's so old-fashioned. Let me tell you what's actually happening. The Kellids are going crazy. I've been working all day to keep them out of the residential areas. This aggressive behavior is new, and we need to figure out what's causing it. That means gathering samples from some of these creatures.
Gotta go kill some giant space bugs.
Enemies have a chance to drop items. An item has dropped for you.
This metal has some kind of fungus growing on it that's similar to the spores we found on some of the Kellid carapaces. It might explain their behavior, but how are they getting infected in the first place? Also, the flying Kellids have never come out of the cavern before. This is so strange.
Something might be happening in the cavern. I'll go check it out.
You're right. The source of the infection could be somewhere inside the cavern. Head over there and see if you can find out what's aggravating the nest. And be careful.
See, when they added in a Legacy of Romulus, they were adding in a whole bunch of new dialogue. So this is one of the more dialogue-heavy intros of the game. What the? Evil spider bots.
A strange machine and some weird drone things? That is troubling. Someone's been in there. We'll have to let the Maori know about this. It's good you disabled the device, though. Maybe now the Kellids will calm down. I took a look at those biological samples while you were gone, but I can't do much more than a basic tricorder scan. It's just not my area. DeVex might be able to help. He was an engineer in the Romulan military before the homeworld was destroyed. Now he's helping us with our water supply and anything else that takes more specialized knowledge. You should talk to him.
And yes, I have fancy blue pants. So fancy.
What do you need with an old space hound like me? I have an idea of what this might be. Maybe. I saw something like this once before, when I was out beyond the Eridon Belt. We responded to a distress call from a mining outpost. When we got there, all the people were just gone, vanished without a trace. The only things we found were a strange beacon and some odd spore samples. These look very similar.
Science. May I use your equipment to scan the biological samples?
Sure, use whatever you want. I remember what we found back on the outpost. Bring the samples to me when you're done, and I can help you determine the results.
Thanks, I'll let you know what I find.
Some missions in Star Trek Online.
I've only seen fungal biotech like this once before. Remember that mining station that I mentioned? Before we arrived, they reported several disappearances. Some thought it was paranoia, but we had reports that said intruders would beam in right through the colony's magnetic shield, right into someone's quarters, sedate them, and then vanish without a trace. We didn't know what to believe, but I don't think those miners were paranoid. Something did happen to them. And it could happen again. That's what my commander believed. We found a beacon with almost the same configuration as the one you found. We weren't able to get much from it before we shut it down. But the one thing we learned is that the beacon was made by a race that called themselves the Elachi. We stayed in orbit for a few days, but the Elachi never came back. That's good news for us, seeing that you disabled the beacon you found in the caverns. That's right. He's the man in charge, so he needs to know. I'd be surprised if he doesn't want to send someone down there to analyze that beacon. Could be these Elachi were interested in our colony for some reason. Lucky for us, you were there to put a stop to whatever they were trying to do.
Dun dun dun!
Jolan True. I heard Avrak yelling all the way over here. I'm sorry you had to deal with his problems on our day of celebration. That does sound very mysterious. However, you seem to have taken care of the immediate problem, disabling this beacon and dispatching the drones. You have my thanks. I'll assign some engineers to examine the device and set up surveillance on the cave as soon as possible. If what DeVex says is true, we don't want that beacon turned on again. Now that's settled, why don't you try to relax for a while? Enjoy the festival. We'll talk again tomorrow after the engineers have finished their analysis of the device.
Because yes, putting off strange, mysterious alien technology for the next night
Are you done for the day?
always is the best thing to do.
I'm going to head back to the restaurant. Meet me for a drink when you're done. Hey there. Long day? I can't believe how far this colony has come. Just look at how much we can accomplish without being ruled by the Tal Shiar. Word is, someone named Atan is trying to fight them, but me, I'm content with what we have here. Let's go enjoy the festival.
Because this can't possibly go wrong.
Friends and neighbors, welcome to the tapping. The Kellet nectar has been harvested, the ale is brewed, and we can finally taste the fruits of our labors. And like this fine vintage, our colony has taken time and effort to develop. Since the loss of the homeworld 22 years ago, we have known fear, hunger, and pain. We have struggled, and we have overcome every difficulty. We have mourned those who are no longer with us, and we have welcomed new friends into our home. And now we celebrate. The trials are behind us. Virinat is prosperous and growing. We will face new challenges in the future, but we will face them together.
Wait, those aren't fireworks? Those aren't fireworks at all!
Hey, are you hurt? We're under attack. I don't know who or why, but people are being rounded up and we have to do something. I'll help Devex get the shuttles ready. You should find Navala and Vorian to help organize the militia. Get as many civilians to safety as you can. After that, we stop whoever or whatever is attacking our home.
Time to pew 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 pew. Attention all guards, get out of the...
Come in! Are you alright? What's happening over there?
It's too late, he's gone.
Vorian? I'm at the shipyard with Devex, and we're prepping the shuttles for evacuation. I don't know what's going on here, but we need to get people out while we can. If you can get a rifle, you can fight your way out. Can you make it?
Oh shit.
It's the Tal Shiar. We need to call for help. I don't know who'll answer, but we have to do something. I tried to send a distress signal, but they damaged our transceiver array. We still have a chance, though. You need to deal with some of the Tal Shiar, and then get a replacement battery.
You can switch between two equipped weapons by pressing Z.
I just unlocked some fancy new stuff.
send out a distress signal.
Flanking damage detected. Flanking damage detected.
Of course I dare to attack Tal Shiar. You guys are dicks.
Careful in the market. It's completely overrun.
Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power.
Stop shooting guns at my shoot guns.
This is Kev. Do you have the batteries? You just need to repair the device and send the signal.
Yeah, because that's so simple when I'm being shot at.
Enemy targets on sensors. Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power.
The signal is strong. Get to the shipyard. We're getting out of here.
Da 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 da.
The shuttle is ready. They got as many people aboard as will fit. We have to go.
Congratulations, citizen.
Wasn't really the best party, all things considered.
This is Shuttle 5. We're taking heavy...
Shuttle 10 coming in. We're jamming their sensors. When they get us, they'll think you were goddamn swamps. They're not attacking. Devex showed me how to fly his warbird. We're almost there. Navigation is online, but we need some components to get our weapons and warp drive operational. We'll need both if we want to have any hope of fighting the Tal Shiar.
Increase your speed.
Darn it.
This'll do nicely. We just need a little more salvage.
Use W and S to move up or down. Use A and D to turn left or right.